Welcome back aboard Riker's Iron, everybody. This is a Riker's Iron review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Circle of Orboros MK3 Battlebox. Privateer Press back in Mark III release, midway through 2016, released these new battle boxes for all the factions containing a new warlock. I was holding off buying it for quite a while. I didn't really see the value for me as a veteran player. All the contents of this box itself I already owned, with the exception of a plastic werewolf and the warlock herself. I broke down during the Boxing Week sales and ended up buying this. So I'm here to give you the review of the actual contents to see if it's worth for veteran players or new players alike. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, do all the usual jazz, share us around, and I hope you enjoy the video. So we're going to start our unboxing of the Circle of Orboros Battle Group plastic miniatures kit from Privateer Press. As I said before, I own the contents of the box mostly, so we're going to be going over the usual categories for this to see what the value and worth is, both for veteran players and for new players. So the first category is the packaging itself. As you can see, the packaging is actually really nice. I love their photography on the front. They're actual models, not like a drawn or written, or sorry, not like a drawn or painted image like they used to do in the Mark I stuff. The back itself gives you the, the little intro that you would normally see for newer players, kind of getting you used to the thing, and a list of contents of the box itself. I'm really excited for the model for Tanith. I've been wanting to play her for months, and I've been holding off buying this until Boxing Day. So let's kick this off. So packaging, I have nothing really. It's pretty standard, nothing really fancy. I like that it's an entirely plastic miniatures kit, and they tell you so. I always hated wondering that when I first started playing this game. So for you new players out there, this is a plastic kit. Contents. So let's break into the contents. I'm just going to open it up here. Packaging was good. Maybe not too good on this. Try on the side here. There we go. So the content itself is listed on the back. It should contain the stat cards for the 4 models, basic training tutorial guide, battle map, which I don't know what that is, introductory guide, I guess, to the faction itself. The Horde's primal rules, which is the thing I've wanted the most out of this besides Tanith. 18-inch ruler, 4 six-sided dice, 15 fury tokens, 3 spell tokens, and an obstacle card, which I don't know what that refers to. It's another open top lid. What? Let's put that off to the side here. Sweet. This is what I've been wanting the most. So contents, it looks pretty solid. I'm a little scared for this though, but I'll mention that in this part actually. Sorry. When I bought the starter set of the previous edition, the spines of these things wore out really quick, and all the pages started popping out. So I'm a little scared of that again. Although it looks a little bit more solid than before. Looks like they did a better job at sealing it. 18-inch ruler. Don't really need this, but for newer players it might be good. I'm loving this. This Circle of Orboros introduction guide. Nice little story here, which I was not expecting. I love the fluff of the Iron Kingdoms, and it's the thing that got me into the game, which is the RPG and stuff. So I love being able to kind of expand my fluff knowledge. The painting tutorial, that's pretty exciting. Although most of this stuff is older generation painting guides from Mark II days. The cool little hobby map, or gaming map. Let's see if this is actually... Just going to open it up here for a sec. Yeah, it's nice, and it's got like a nice sealing on it. It's really, really thick. It feels a little bit like plastic. Basic training guide. I guess it's how to, like, a quick start to the game. And it gives you all the basic rules. Oh, cool, it gives you little templates here. I don't know if you can see that on there. So Nice little templates. Movement, range combat. This is even good for me, being able to just quickly reference it. I know I have some, we have a journeyman starting up at our local gaming store, so I'll be able to bring this with and teach everybody how to play who doesn't know how to play. They may be their event organizer and that kind of stuff. So we got the cards. We have an obstacle card in here. I'm gonna pull it out because I've never seen one of these before. Oh, it's just a little foldy little thing. Your usual. I'm not gonna show that on camera in case of legal purposes. But the obstacle thing's pretty cool. Nice little explanation. So we got the tokens. Man, this is a big kit for 50 bucks or Canadian. We got the models itself and the dice. So contents. Contents are a lot here. I love all the little things. The fluff guide and the little story was a nice surprise. The tokens, I have a ton of tokens, but tokens I always lose, so these are very much welcome. Dice I don't really need anymore. I got like a 2,000 of these, but for newer players it's perfect. They don't really look that high quality dice, but I mean, considering everything else you get in the kit. Yeah, everything looks good. Packaging and contents amazing. So now let's look at the quality of the minis themselves. To be perfectly honest, I am super scared about the quality of minis because I've heard horror stories about these about this type of plastic in their kits, like their new starter plastic. Looking quickly at these, there's a lot of chunks and mold lines in horrible places, like along details and especially along the top of the warp wolf heads between the armor. I always hate those ones because whenever you remove them, it damages the model. So I'm a little disappointed in that. Some of the plugins are going to be a pain in the ass. You always have to cut them off and pin them. The Argus is the same thing. It has the annoying mold lines in weird places, especially along the heads. Right up the center, like right up the center of the head. Tanith, it surprisingly looks pretty good. She has a lot of detail too, which is nice. I was expecting a really bland model, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of some of the clippings that they did on the model. Like to remove them from their molding sprue, they have like cuts and chunks out of them. It's a little disappointing. And the same friggin' mold lines in awkward places all the way around. Especially down the legs and the arms. Ugh, they're so annoying to shave off and remove. The Gorax is looking okay. The Gorax doesn't really have any. Just briefly glancing at him. There's a little bit of annoying on the face. So the quality of the minis themselves, I mean, the plastic feels good. The mold lines and everything else look really bad, but if you're just getting into the game, it's not really that big of a deal. There are other kits that will come with replacement models for these things. The Warlock is the least of the disappointing. I mean, maybe it's because I have these models already, but she has a few of the annoying ones along like the spindly arms and the leg details, especially along the fur and stuff. Is really annoying. But overall, I mean, given it's a $50 kit and it's a $50 kit, sorry, and how much content's in this, and like this value, if you bought it brand new on a box, is going to be like what, almost $100 alone, because this is like 15 Canadian, this is another 20, and this is another like 40. And then after tax, so, and that's not even including Tanith, which I don't even know what she's valued at. Yeah, the minis themselves are okay. They're acceptable. So in terms of value of the box, the value of it's amazing, especially for newer players. Newer players specifically would find a lot of value out of this. I mean, that's his intention. It's not intended to be for veteran players. I mean, most of the content here we all have or made ourselves, or, you know, already own. But for newer players, this is definitely a good launching point. And Tanith specifically, I think, is one of the better battle boxes, like content-wise, in my opinion. You get a large variety of stuff, very well. All the models play well with her type of gameplay. I know they're all supposed to, but I heard some horror stories from other players about some of the other boxes. I also heard good things about the Troll Battle Box and the Signar one. So in terms of cost and value, definitely worth it for newer players. Veteran players, like I said, I got it on Boxing Day, and I was really only after Tanith and surprisingly the Argus, because I'm planning an Argus spam list. Which I normally don't do, but I have so many of them, I figured I'd try to do something with it. And I'm also planning a conversion with this guy. So veteran players, I would probably say wait for the release of the actual model when if she ever comes out, or if you're desperate enough, wait to find it on sale. You can. I've been looking on Amazon beforehand when I was kind of hesitant, and you could find it on there for like 25 American in some cases, all the way up to the usual standard price. The 25 is the lowest I've ever seen it. So yeah, overall, as I said, recommended for newer players. Extremely recommended for newer players. I mean, that's its intended intention, and not so recommended for veteran players. The models themselves are a little bit disappointing in terms of mold lines and that kind of stuff, and some of the removals can be really annoying. So for veterans, I would say avoid. So that's my review of the Circle of Orboros Battle Group box. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful. I know I would have liked to see a decent unboxing / commentary review on the models. And I'll bring in the camera as well, and we'll do a little close-up overview of the models themselves, so you can get a better idea of their issues, or whether you want to splurge for it or not, if you're a veteran player. So as promised, bringing in the camera a little closer to show you some of the details on the model, and also the mold lines. The Gorax head has the line up the center there, which is really annoying. The rest of the body isn't too bad. There's the usual along the muscle line stuff. I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but there's a line up the head of the of this piece here. Tanith herself has like a really bad gouge on the bottom of her cape here. There's the usual mold line up the center part of the staff and along her leg and all the way through around her body. I hate those ones. Those are my most hated mold lines, especially, and also along the hands, like the Warp Wolf here has. You can see it's all the way around the fingers and up through the nails and stuff. Hate that. It's so hard to get rid of. But I mean, it's the same parts essentially as the plastic miniatures kit that you can buy in store, the multi-kit, but they're just slightly under par, like they were rushed. So yeah, that's the those are the parts. Get you a better view of the sorry, I'm super zoomed in and it's hard for the camera to. So that one along the line, along the jawline. It's not so bad, it's along the lip, so. So there you go, there you have it. A lot of mold lines, a lot of hard places to scrub. And, ooh, getting a little blurry there.